everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Eve and I make videos a little bit about everything from K-pop to commentary to reactions to pop culture to drama to a ton of different things. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing and I hope you guys enjoy this. Before we get started, I do want to say that if you would like to subscribe, that would mean a lot to me. I make a lot of different content, mainly about K-pop. But I do like to talk about other topics too. Like I want to get more into like maybe more pop culture videos too, like not just K-pop, but K-pop is a big chunk of what I do on here. Whether it be me crashing out over current events in the K-pop world.
Flashback.
Think, use that little brain of yours, because I guess they put out like, oh, auditions available. Stop it. Stop trying to debut new groups when you can't even take care of the groups that you still have, you fucking bitch. Who knows what kind of hate Jungwon's getting or the kind of hate Winter's getting for this? Even if it's not true, these people will literally jump through hoops just to be like, oh, they're both whores. I hate both of them. The fuck? The fuck is wrong with y'all? Pull up ho, and we're gonna be suing them. I'm like, where's this energy with those bitches that got those fucking funeral wreaths for Seunghan, for a 21-year-old boy who had a girlfriend? You're really giving in to the 5 people who think that he's a whore for that. You're a whore for that. For even thinking of acting like that. So if you're here, I just want to tell you to fuck off all the way. Take this and shove it up your ass too while you're at it. Has it ever occurred to you, Jennifer, that maybe they're friends?
End of flashback.
Or it be me going off on random K-pop companies, or just me reacting to a music video or getting into a new group, which by the way might be doing very soon. I don't know. I'm planning on reacting to some new groups that I haven't really heard of, but or like are brand new and I know nothing about. With that being said, 4th gen K-pop had its fair share of iconic groups that have already made a huge mark on the industry. That's until 2023, when the 5th generation of K-pop had started. Now, how is a new generation determined? When the vibes of groups change significantly. I don't know how to explain it, okay, but you're gonna have to, like, I don't know if you get what I mean. This is how I know that the generation has changed, is when the types of groups that are debuting, but also the types of music that they are releasing and the vibes amongst the groups. Because again, Twice and then IOI when they came out with and like lots of different wonderful girl groups that came during that generation. And there was that was 3rd gen. I don't know if I said that was 3rd gen or not, but 3rd gen was that. And then like for boy groups it was like 17 and BTS and Monster X, and they all have like not the same but similar vibes in a sense where you know that they're from the same, you know what I mean? And then like for 4th gen, for example, in my opinion, like the boys, 4th gen started with the boys, which is a little bit like, it's debated whether or not it was, but it did kind of start with them because of when they debuted, which was December 7th, 2017. But you know, I digress. Them, along with Stray Kids and ATs, they all have like a similar vibe about them. Not the same, obviously, they're not copying each other. However, it's like a similar vibe. It's like a very edgy, like big group of hot guys. I literally can't believe you would say that. Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty's on this wall over here and she just be talking shit. I'm telling you. Like, how could you say that? And then for girl groups this generation, like, you would say ITZY. I don't know why I'm buffering. Why can't I think of girl groups in this generation? There's a lot. I think it's just because the ones that I stand have disbanded at this point. So I'll miss you forever, Cherry Bullet. I'll miss you forever, Stacy. Stacy's a girl group this generation. You know what I mean though, because like the vibes are similar in a sense, like not the same, but there's a distinct difference between them and then the ones before them. Right. So this generation started, well, it's like controversial kind of to say that it started with New Jeans or NJZ, because a lot of people like think it happened after them or before them. I don't know, there's a whole discourse on that. So I'm not saying that that is fact, because what do I know? I'm just a random person on a screen with a microphone. But I do say that their vibe kind of like that's the vibe of the 5th gen, and that's why I believe that it did start with them. But that's my opinion. Disclaimer before we get into this. This is all my opinion, and like if I miss somebody on here, I probably did. There's a lot of amazing groups that have debuted this generation that I have yet to get into actually. So like again, if you have any recommendations, I don't mind starting new groups, guys. That's part of what I do on this channel. It's been a while, so but also, if you think I'm missing someone on this list, or if you think somebody should be on this list that I forgot, again, we can discuss that in the comments. Let me know who else you think is on this list. I feel like this list is endless. There's a lot of groups that have potential to grow big. Again, I really do believe if these companies do what they are supposed to and actually push these groups out instead of abusing them mentally and physically. Sorry. Justice for ATBO. They're a 4th gen group. Anyway, besides the damn point, okay? It's like a very fresh concept and it's new. There's a lot of Y2K, but like not really, but kind of. Now, 5th gen hasn't ended yet. However, here are some groups that I, a person who had been around since the 3rd generation of K-pop, and like been around as in I've been standing. I think these groups will be the it groups of this generation. Like for example, last generation it would be like what, like TXT, Stray Kids, ATs, P1 Harmony. Even I feel like they have that about them, but maybe that's just me. And Hypen, for girl groups, aespa, um, ITZY, the it groups, you know. But then for 3rd gen, it being like Twice, BTS, Blackpink, 17, the it groups of that generation. There's more too. Don't get me wrong. Like we've got GOT7 that generation. Like, these are only some. Okay, these are only some. I'm scared of y'all. Now these are solely my opinions. You may agree or disagree, and I'd actually love to hear what you guys may think in the comments. And also, for the sake of time, I might forget to add some icons, but if I do, be sure to comment. Side note, I feel like this side note should come at the end, but I'm low-key scared to. Why am I scared to say it? I cussed y'all out earlier. So, side note, Rise would be on this list if SM didn't sabotage them and fans didn't emotionally abuse the members. We all remember that happening, right? It wasn't just a dream. Anyway, and ZB1 would be here if they're a lasting group, which, by the way, at the time of filming this, I did see that they are in talks of renewal, but we don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. So, hey, by the time this is out, they come to agreement that they're going to stay longer, pretend like they're on this list, because the impact that ZB1 has had so far, they are this generation's 101. I loved 101. I loved 101, and I still do. Boy Next Door, a group that debuted May 30th, 2023, under KOZ Entertainment, which is also part of Hype. Now, regardless of the size of the company, I think with or without that, they'd make it huge. Why? Well, Boy Next Door has a style that I've never seen before, with rock influences, but making it fun and K-pop. Like, have you heard Earth, Wind, and Fire? That song went platinum in my house this past year, okay? The amount of lore you would need to know to understand that one. And then they're also produced by Zico, which, yeah. I don't know how I feel about him. I'm sorry. But Boy Next Door got this really good group. That song itself is fire. And not only that, but the lineup of the members is fantastic as well. I strongly believe that plays a part in determining if a group is going to be iconic or not. Because, and I'm going to be repeating that a lot in this video, because again, the lineup is low-key very important. Because, no, high-key very important. Because if the group, like the chemistry between the group fits, everything else is gonna fit too. You know what I mean? Or am I speaking gibberish? You say blah 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 with the nubi dubi da shaba ya ya. All I hear is gibberish gibberish. And Sungho, View, Taesan, Lihan, and Woonok all carry the group on their backs all together. And with their strengths, their talents is being noticed. I have a sneaky feeling that there'll be a name that everyone will remember. And like a name where if you were to say Boy Next Door, someone's gonna be like, oh, I know Boy Next Door. I like Boy Next Door. I'm not Taeson's toes. I'm not Taeson's toes on Roblox, guys. That's not me. That's my evil twin, and I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, I personally really love Boy Next Door too. Like this may be a personal opinion, but not even because anybody that I've shown Boy Next Door to, they've loved it. They've loved it. If my nephew is watching this video, broski, comment and let them know. Let them know that I'm being like you know what I'm talking about. I need to fix my lip gloss. Hold on. Lip gloss, lip gloss. Wanna taste your lip gloss? Okay. Also, side note, I noticed some people hating on lip gloss today. Or was the other day? You're not welcome here. It's okay to have an opinion, but your opinion is wrong. I feel like this one, I think y'all understand why I'm putting them here. Because of the impact that they are already having on the industry. Like I cannot go anywhere without hearing magnetic. But honestly, I love that because it's giving what K-pop should be. You know, K-pop girl groups, I love when they're like fun and cute and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm having so much fun listening to this." I also love Lucky Girl Syndrome. That song was really good. And also like they give me the same vibe that Twice. No, they give me the same feeling that Twice gives me when I'm listening to them. Like I'm just so happy. Like the same happiness I feel when I'm listening to What Is Love. Like yeah. Yeah, I agree. I also will not understand why people are so mean to them. Like for example, I've seen people say really mean things about Wonhee, and I'm like, what are y'all on about? Leave her alone. Leave her alone. I That's one of my biggest pet peeves in K-pop is when there is an idol who is younger, like a child, right? And so they act their age, you know? They're like funny, they're fun, they're so full of energy and they're being cute, whatever. And then people are like, "Oh, you're so cringy, you're so embarrassing," and I'm like, "She's 16. Let her enjoy her life at 16, okay? Because she's still a kid. Let her be a kid." And it goes for male idols too. It's like the same thing. It's the oh my god, we need more energetic people in this industry. And then when somebody is full of energy, they're so fucking cringy and they're so fucking annoying and ew, like they need to stop. They're doing too much. They're too extra. Oh, but I really wish there was more people with energy. No, you don't. No, you don't, because anytime there is, regardless of if it's a female or a male idol, y'all shit on them. And not everyone. I know some of us are very happy to see people living their lives and the cute concepts fit them. Like they suit that really well. I hope they keep that up, not gonna lie. Regardless of that, like the group itself, like the songs are really good. It is exactly what a girl group should be, you know? Now, okay, I feel like to us getting as huge as they are right now isn't a surprise. And shouldn't be a shocker given they're from the same company as 17. Not sure if it's because I've been a carrot for 8 years, but I feel a connection with this group, okay? I feel a connection. We're connected. Also, their song Plot Twist going viral is so iconic. They have the fresh vibes that define the fifth gen, in my opinion, and they embody it. They fit it so well. Like this concept, they're eating it up. Their songs sound like they could be like OSTs. Like you could see this in a drama, like a coming of age drama, and like they are it's like a really cute little silly drama. And you hear plot twist playing in the background. I can see it. I can see it. Guys, I can see it. Shinyu, my beloved. Anyways, I have no doubt that they'll make it even bigger, considering how big they are in Korea already. They have the best songs, and like Islet, their music is so perfect for when you want to pick me up. I could frolic in some flowers on a sunny day and be one with nature while Countdown is playing in my headphones. I'm being dead ass too. Like dead ass. That's what it makes me feel. That's what the song makes me feel. And a lot of this generation's music does make me feel that way. And I love that. Now, this one is a bit controversial question mark, as there's a big discourse on if Cat's Eye are a K-pop group or not, but I will include them only because like they're baddies and are taking the world by storm. They're beautiful, and although Gnarly gives sticker, Gabriella is such a good song, and it has in fact gone platinum in my house. I bet Sharpay Evans would have loved this damn song. She would have been like, "Hands off, Gabriella. That's my part. That's my part. That's my part. I'm the lead. That's my part. Hands off my part, Gabriella." I also love the representation of a ton of different things in this group, from people of color to queer people. And like in this industry, it's very hard to see that, but again, we do see representations of it every now and then, and I love the way it's done as of lately. And with Cat's Eye, it's just so natural. And they're also beautiful and so talented. That, I believe, is very important, and I love to see it. Not only that, but they're all obviously drop dead gorgeous and talented as hell. The facial expressions, the dancing, the vocals, the overall chaotic vibes as of lately, I will in fact be eating it up. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Why does my computer hate me?
3 days later.
Okay, so if you're someone that watches my videos a lot, or like you're someone who frequents my channel, you would know that I react to them a lot as of lately. They were recommended to me like a long time ago from when they were still on that survival show, and I watched it and I was like, damn, like the guys that I was told to react to were really talented, and I was very curious about the full group. Then I got into the full group and was like, I already knew who Steven was, and I already knew who Winky was, but y'all, this entire tribal. Anyway, Alhof, a group that we've been reacting to a lot on this channel as of recently, is one that I feel like will be dominating the fifth generation of K-pop. They just debuted like a month ago and already broke numerous records, and which is literally unheard of in this industry, specifically because they're not part of, I don't think they're part of the big four. It's a big four, right? It's a big four now. Hold the fuck up. Well, Kako is a FNF Entertainment. Yeah, I don't know about. Okay, listen. All I'm saying is that they're not part of the big companies, but still they are. They just debuted a month ago and already broke numerous records, which is unheard of in this industry, unless you come from a big company. Ahop debuted with their song Rendezvous, and when I tell you I fell in love just a few seconds in, if you don't believe me, I have the reaction to that music video. It was the first time I'd ever listened to that song. And literally, I think it was like 15 seconds in, and I paused it and I was like, guys, I'm gonna love it.
Flashback.
I like it already. We're not even 30 seconds in.
End of flashback.
I was like, wait, the vibes. The vibes are to die for. And it's been a while too. I've listened to somebody's title track and then loved the album along with it. Last time this had happened, was with Boy Next Door's how? The vibes are refreshing without being boring whatsoever. Not to mention the vibe fitting them perfectly. Like it does not feel like sometimes like a group will try a concept and I'm like, that member looks like the odd one out in this concept. Like, I don't think this is his concept, guys. Like, I don't think as a group, all of them. But in this case, every single member, like, each and every one of them fit this vibe perfectly, and they're also talented and gorgeous. And yeah, some of you may even recognize Winky. And I for sure did too. When I saw him, I was like, how is that you? I knew that he was on another survival show. I just didn't know it was this one until I looked into it and I was like, yo, Woonki's here! Dude! I remember him. I remember him for being silly on Boys Planet. That's what I know him from. And I didn't even watch Boys Planet. That's how you know. I want to watch it so bad though. My twin is on there. There's a guy on there, Seunghan. He was. We were born the same exact day in the same year too, May 8th, 2003, and that's him too. Oh, I joke and say, "Oh, that's my twin." When it comes to people being born in the same year as me, like for example, in Ahop, there's a member named Pakan, and every time I see him, I'm like, "Oh, that's my twin." Literally, only thing in common with us is that we were born the same year. But in this case, I'm like, "Oh, that might actually be my long lost twin." Crazy. When introduced to this group and it made me curious about them. But after listening to their album too, I fell in love with each and every song. And like I said earlier when talking about Boy Next Door, the lineup matters and the lineup of members in this group, like not only are there visuals, but there's also lots of talent. Dude, each and every one of them have like this heavenly voice and they're gonna make it big. Mark my word, they're gonna make it big, okay? And I really hope they do because they deserve it. Winning numerous first place awards at music shows when they only just debuted is crazy though. Here's to Aho famous era. This was meant to be coffee. On the script it says sips coffee. But I've been drinking too much coffee lately. Should we make coffee? Raise your hand if you think we should make coffee. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I think so too. Anyway, sorry. Baby Monster is a girl group that I personally hear a lot about. I don't even stand them myself, but I definitely should because I have loved everything that I've heard from them thus far. And the influence that they're already having on the industry is crazy.
아, 나 그거 봤어. This time I want.
Yes,
Yes! It's so cool. Yes, and I feel like really
they're from a bigger company, which honestly I might believe might contribute to how well they're being promoted because honestly, as they should, regardless of what meanies have to say about them. I definitely see them having the same effect that Le Seraphim has on the 4th gen. Unforgettable and full of talent and visuals. I love me a good girl group. So today I'm actually gonna film a reaction to their music video that just came out. I've been loving them, okay? But anyway, so when they debuted, I remember trying to get into them back then, but then I don't know what happened to me. Same day, I was trying to get into ATBO, but then I stopped. Wait, then that was May. That was like May of last year. And it was with Broken Heart. I remember watching that music video back then and being like, wait, but then never checking back on them. That was on me, guys. That was on me. But since then I have gone back and I have listened, and me and my friend have sat here and watched their content on their channel. And like, for example, in Hype and have N o'clock, like they have a version of that Evergroup does, so for them theirs was literally so fucking funny that me my friend calls Brian Banana Man. Yeah, yeah. Also, Camden is my bias, and he noticed me on Weverse once, but only for cheating on him. I was like, "You guys," I was like, do you guys like my spam account?" And it was like, "No, I said rate my spam account, guys." And believe me, when I post on Weverse, it is never for the members, except for when like a member is active at the time that I am, and I'm like, "Oh, what a coincidence." I'm gonna be annoying as fuck. So then there's that. But then I never get noticed during those times. I only get noticed when I'm catch slipping. And in this case, I was. So so I said that, and I thought that the fans were gonna say something, that the other Andiers were gonna hear it and be like, OMG, love it, let's be mutuals, whatever. Like, that's what I was expecting. Lo and behold, my spam account, by the way, I'm gonna put it right here, what it looked like during that time. And he caught me slipping. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, guys. That's so embarrassing. Anyway, so yeah, that's my story time. But anyway, about &one. They're a fantastic group that has shown us time and time again how versatile they all are. From soft themes with On and On, and He plus She equals We, and the darker, edgier vibes in Broken Hearts. It's rare to see a group that fits every single concept. A group that I can compare that has the same type of vibe, in the sense where they could pull off any concept, is my personal fave, The Boys. The Boys, okay, Eve, stop making everything about The Boys challenge. Failed. I've literally referenced them like 10 times in this video already. But anyway, so with The Boys, they're very versatile because they have gone from literally bubblegum pop. They've gone from like Giddy Up to No Air to Bloom Bloom to DDD. Those were like their like softer ones, but don't think they stopped there, because then there was like Reveal and Stealer, and those were like dark. And then we had Thrill Ride, which was a summer bop, which honestly, that's why. Okay, so with The Boys, also their recent comeback, Aura should have been the title track, because The Boys always eat when it comes to summer songs, and Stylish just isn't that. I don't. Anyway, The Boys, they can fit every single concept. And then they did Whisper, and then after they did Roar. Like the difference between those is crazy. They've killed every concept given to them, but not only that, the members of &one are all equally so talented, with each one able to do anything as well, from rapping to singing to dancing. And did I mention that there's no visual hole in this group? Sorry. No, but seriously, this group's sense of humor and the way they interact with fans and connect with them nicely is something so refreshing. It's a group where if you watch any live streams of theirs, you can see that you can see that the personality of the members are also incredible, which in my opinion will in fact be a reason why they will be huge. Because it's kind of like, when you watch a live, and it like a specific live, it has to be like a specific idol or whatever, and it feels like you're on FaceTime with a friend. Like, yeah, I believe that the way they interact with their fans and stuff will play a part on why they are gonna get huge. And honestly, as they fucking should. Okay, so I freaking love these girls. Okay, I have react to them on this channel also, and like the sister group to Aho, because I mean, I was told that they came from a survival show, or like a different season of it. Like you know how Produce 101 there was like the first two seasons? That's how I see it. Like Eunice was IOI and I hope was 101. But I'm not sure. I hope they're a permanent group. I hope I did not get myself into something that's going to hurt me later. Anyway, so um I believe that they'll have the same amount of popularity as Alhof because they're a group that I've reacted to on this channel as well. And let me just say, because when I say I love me a girl group, when I say I love me a good girl group, they are literally this is the blueprint. Like you know, like this is exactly what I'm talking about because it's just so like refreshing and it's just I say that a lot in here, I feel like. But and like let me just say their fandom is so passionate about them and that alone I feel like will be a reason for them to get huge. As well as the obvious talent, of course. They're what K-pop is supposed to feel like, you know? Similar to Eyelid's case. Their music is what I think of when I say I want to listen to some bubblegum K-pop that's gonna uplift me. And I love that. So that's how I know a group is going to be good. And as I've said previously and in all the videos that I've created while I'm reacting to them, I love me a good girl group. Okay, so like technically he's a solo artist. Technically he's a solo artist, but it wouldn't be my channel if I did not put Seunghan on this list because he's technically a gen artist, you know? He's a soloist, he's not well technically Xnghan&xoul, but like then again, they're not exactly a group because the others aren't Sung has a singer. It's so confusing. You could think of it either way, honestly. But anyway, hear me out. Hear me out. This is why I think that he's gonna be huge. Okay, listen. After everything that had happened, this boy had gone through so much, by the way, and I believe I believe that he deserves so much, and he deserves the damn world. And I reckon he'll get them now. He'll get that now. Um, to this day, I believe SM was stupid as fuck for everything that they did, leading up to his removal for not protecting him. Had they done that, Rise would be on this list too. But I unfortunately believe that while they do have a huge following too, like Rise is not flopping by any means. That is not what I mean by that. I just mean because I know that they're popular. I know people like them. They're a good group. I'm not gonna say that they're not, but I think for me personally, and I feel like for a lot of people that also stand them, it's really hard to do that after a member is wrongfully removed. I stand the boys. I literally had to watch their comeback. I didn't post the reaction to it because the entire time I felt like I was crying. I felt like I was gonna cry in that video because the boys is my ult group, and as of recently, if you didn't know, I have videos on it on my channel if you're curious as to know what happened to Ju Hangyan. But him getting kicked out, him getting wrongfully kicked out of his group, big no. And so in that case, I understand how other fans would feel in that sense, where it's very hard to listen to the group knowing that that just happened, you know? And and like don't get me wrong, Rise will always like be seven in my eyes, okay? They looked so good at seven and people are fucking stupid. That's all I have to say about that. But um while all that was happening though back then, there were hundreds of thousands of people that were tweeting justice for Seunghan and a lot of people that were on his side through all of this. They're like, I was a part of it. I was a part of it. I made a video on it when it happened. I did. I made a video on it when it happened. And yeah, so yeah, I do believe that because of that, because he had gotten the attention that he got back then, but also all the support from all those people. Those people support him now too. That's a lot of fucking people. That's a lot of fucking people. And like this was like the first time I'd ever seen other fandoms get together and actually like each other. So given how many people, me included, that vowed to support him whenever this boy ends up doing making him happy, then I'm all for it. SM better not be stupid as fuck and actually give him a comeback when the time comes, because he he's gonna be huge, okay? He's gonna be huge. He deserves the world, honestly. And I hope he does make it huge in the industry, honestly, and I hope that these sickos see what they're missing. I hope he pisses them all off and he's like, yeah, I'm up. I'm up. The fuck? I don't really listen to them like that. However, I had I feel like they have so much potential. I just really don't know what SM is doing with them, or what they plan to do with them, because I feel like the promotion is kind of off. And I'm like, y'all promote your other groups better. But they're a very cute group, and I really do believe that these girls have potential. I hope that someday it just picks up and a lot of people ends up loving them, because they deserve that. Their vibes give NJZ, and not in a way where I feel like they are copying them. I do not believe that anyone's copying anyone. Okay. But it's like this fresh vibe. I don't know how to explain the vibe. But the type of vibe that they have is similar to, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but they're on this list, okay? And they're all very beautiful and very talented. And you know, who doesn't love a good song that makes you want to walk in the park listening to it, skip around, feed some ducks, befriend a goose, say hi to some swans, befriend a freaking squirrel, be one with nature, plant a flower, all while listening to Hearts to Hearts, okay? Now, again, sake of time, I'm gonna cut it off here. But I know that there's a lot of groups that I probably missed. And again, if you have anyone you want to add to this list, or what you think about certain groups like this, but if you're gonna hit on Seunghan, get the fuck out of here. Then, yeah. So group 11 is 82 Major. Dude, 82 Major. And I'm not just saying this because they're part of my lore. I'll explain that in a future video if you want to know the lore. Be on the lookout for a video of me explaining my Weverse lore, and you're gonna know. So I stand 82 Major for fun because I was like, hee hee haha, new group, cool. And then they actually debuted, and then I listened to it, and I was gagged. Also, Short Thing, that song. I don't know what they put in that, but can I have more of it? I hope that we get that. Plus, I believe that Sokjun, he has it boy potential. Okay, he's tall, gorgeous, and a little silly. Now I may be unserious as hell when it comes to 82 Major, but I'm serious when I tell you that these boys are gonna make it huge. Mark my words. Also, you trying to find shit? Go stand 82 Major. Now what? I will be making a video about why you should be standing 82 Major too. That is a plan that I have. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I am going to write up a script as soon as possible. Now that is all for this video. I know that I probably missed a few, because honestly, 5th Gen is like, it's, still happening now, and they just keep getting better and better anytime another one debuts. Like, there's a new debut every single week. It's hard for me to keep up, but I'm very sure that this list will expand as time goes. Like, there won't just be 3 groups that make it big out of this list. It's gonna be all of them, I fear. So let me know who you think will dominate the 5th generation of K-pop. I'm very curious to know what other people think, or what they think will be on this list too. Zero Base One would also be on this list if they were a permanent group, and honestly their impact already is insane. And I don't want to pretend like they aren't that group. They are this generation's 101, and as a wannable, I love them for that. There have been talks of them potentially becoming a permanent group, but we'll see on that. And Kiss of Life would also be here if they weren't racist, and All Day Project would be here if it wasn't for Tarzan. Other than that, this is my list that I purposefully ended on number 11 because the boys are 11 and I love them. Yeah. Yeah. So that is all for this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And if you would like to see more videos like this in the future, let me know in the comments and comment a 5 emoji. No. Yeah, comment a 5 emoji if you're watching this far, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!